Gear up, gear up. Something really important.
What?
The Venom Fang X channel has been taken down by atheists. They DMCA'd him.
What?
I know.
The Venom Fang X channel's down?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Never mind, it's back again.
Oh. Go back to sleep, I'm sorry.
We are the result of an evolutionary accident, a cosmic birth that exploded into existence billions of years ago, and that you and I are the result of primordial soup that oozed all those many years ago into all kinds of bacteria and fungi and all kinds of icky stuff, and that over just a unfathomable amount of time, we're here. How lucky, how fortunate, and now we're talking about it. I'm not convinced that that's the case.
And neither am I, Sean. I think the evolutionary standpoint is so ludicrous and ridiculous that one has to take your logic, the logic that God gave us, actually put that on some kind of a back burner. You no longer are really thinking about our place in this planet if you really believe evolution. Evolution is such a fantasy for adults. Sean made an excellent video here called The Meaning of Life, and he used a background that I think came from some BBC video. And if a Christian uses the background of a BBC video, well, he will get flagged like you won't believe. But if an atheist uses the background of a BBC video, it's A-OK, because they are on the side of the scientific-minded person. But you know, people like myself and Sean, we actually espouse the Bible and what it has to say. Therefore, we are automatically on YouTube in the wrong, according to the Church of Atheism. And there is hypocrisy gone amok here. I mean, you can watch a DPR Jones video, you can watch a Thunderfoot video, and you see how they grab this information from all kinds of sources, and they post it on their videos as if it's theirs. You know, all kinds of video clips and copyrighted video clips, and yet not a peep, not a flagging campaign on their videos. But Sean posts a video, and bam, within just a few hours, that video was taken down and reported to YouTube. Atheists, you guys are supposed to be the arbiters of freedom of speech. You want freedom of speech as long as it's your kind of speech, right? But that's not really freedom of speech. You want anything goes except what he has to say or what somebody like me has to say. So if Christians speak up, then you want to silence our speech. And we can't use backgrounds. We can't use blue screen, green screen backgrounds that happen to be a running video of somebody else's video. I mean, he's not claiming that this is his video that's behind him. He's just using it as a background. Okay, you guys do the same thing. What's the big beef? But nevertheless, you guys find fault with Sean and flag his video so it's taken down. And then the account is suspended for a short time. Typical atheist behavior. But let's move on to the big picture here. What's really being said? What is it that you really don't want to hear? You really don't want to hear the fact that atheism and evolution are bed partners. You don't want to come to terms with your own delusionary standpoint. Atheism and naturalistic worldviews, they're one and the same. You see, you take a look at the same evidence that we have, whether it be a fossil or whether we're looking at a DNA molecule. We look at the same evidence and we see God's design in it. We see God's handiwork in it. You look at it and you go, oh, it happened by itself. Through evolutionary processes. You point your finger at us and say, well, you take the easy road and say, God did it. When in fact, you take the easier road and say, it happened by itself. Which is insanity. It's like the child going into the kitchen and he's got chocolate all over his face. And mother says, "What happened to all the brownies?" "I don't know, Mom. They just disappeared by themselves." That's your position. You think it happened by itself. You think that we, intelligent human beings, which are grappling for truth, grappling for the meaning of life, came here from nothing? Popped into existence from nothing? That all of life, it just came out of one point of singularity, just poof, here it is? And there's no meaning to life? There's no purpose to life? The Christian says that there is purpose to life, that there's meaning to life, that God designed you for a particular purpose. He has you in mind when He created this world for your benefit. This world suits you perfectly. We have dominance over the animals. We are natural beings in a natural world with a supernatural spirit, if you will. A spirit. We have a soul. And Sean goes on to say in his video that the brain and the activity of the brain are separate. That though the brain is made up of molecules and the gray matter is a physical portion, is a physical thing, but what's going on in the gray matter is non-material. And this non-material thing, which is thought, is our soul. It makes up who we are. You see, you and I, we have thoughts. And our thoughts, they don't have a physicality. Our thoughts cannot be quantified and measured by way of a calibration. Our thoughts are immaterial. And our immaterial thoughts, if they are immaterial, will last forever. And that is where the soul is. You have a problem, atheists. When you die, you will meet your Maker. And everything you've said and everything you've done in this life will be judged. God will judge you fairly, justly. He will judge you with right measures. And you will have nothing to say in your defense. Because you know you're a sinner in need of salvation. The Christian recognizes that need and they ask God for mercy. But the atheist, the naturalist, fights against God and says, "No, I don't want you. I reject what you have to offer." And if you reject the only salvation, you're lost. So ultimately, Sean is asking you, his watchers, the atheistic watchers out there, to examine your position, examine your heart, truly look inside yourself and say, how can I deal with my guilt before God? What can I do to be redeemed? What can I do to be saved? So the message here is this. You can humble yourself and ask God to forgive you of your sins. He is faithful and just to do just that. The meaning of life can be summed up simply as this: to be loved by God. And after that, you go out and love other people. To love and to be loved. To show mercy because God has shown you such great mercy. Thank you, Sean, for posting this video. God bless you. It's nice to have you back. Until next time, this is Garrett wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It seems that Sean is back, and he's back on his channel, Venom Fang X.
I'm gonna miss Carol.
I'm glad you're back, Sean. Good to have you back. Like I said when I first took on the Venom Fang X channel at your request, I said you were gone only as a sabbatical, that you're gone temporarily. I'm glad you have come back, and we miss you. And obviously there's a lot of subscribers here that love you and want to hear what you have to say.